Okay, in this video we're looking at plotting graphs from their equations, and what you'll see in a test or in your textbook or what have you is you'll see an equation like this, y equals 3x minus 1, and you'll see a table that you've got to fill in. Now, what I would suggest each time is starting with 0 and working your way up the positives. You might spot a pattern, but actually what you're going to be doing is substituting these values into this equation. So you're swapping x for this number to find out what y is. So let's start with swapping 0 in. So when x is 0, 3 lots of 0 are 0, take away 1. So under 0, I'm going to put negative 1. When x is 1, 3 lots of 1, 3 lots of 1 is 3, take away 1 is 2. 3 lots of 2, take away 1 is 5. 3 lots of 3, take away 1 is 8. Now, the sharp ones amongst you might actually spot there's a bit of a pattern here. It's going up in 3s, so perhaps this goes down in 3s. We'll just check that by putting negative 1 into this, okay, and seeing if we get negative 4, then we know we've spotted the pattern correctly. So 3 lots of negative 1 is negative 3. Take away another one, negative 4. Fantastic, we spotted the pattern. So negative 4, and again, we could just carry on taking away 3 each time. I'll just check this one just to make sure. 3 lots of negative 3 is negative 9. Take away 1, negative 10. Fantastic. Now, what I've got now is a set of coordinates, which I'm going to plot, and you should have watched the video on the coordinates, okay, and I'm going to plot these, and we'll see what sort of graph we get. So, negative 3, negative 10, I'm going to put a point here. Again, mark your points with crosses. Negative 2, negative 7, negative 2, negative 7 is there. Negative 1, negative 4 is there. 0, negative 1 is there. And 1, 2, 1, 2 is there, 2, 5, 2, 5 is there, and 3, 8, 3, 8 is there. Now, what you then need to do is join all those up with a line, which is not very good on mine, but there you go, a bit of a wobbly hand there. Okay, but they should all be in a line. If they're not in a line, you've made an error somewhere, okay? But you can probably spot that error by seeing if your numbers fit in with the pattern I was talking about. And you notice it's going up in 3s, there's a 3 here, okay? So just be a little bit aware of that. Now, the second one is a little bit tougher because we've got negative 2x. Now, don't be put off by this negative 2x, all right? It's exactly the same thing as before. We're going to be swapping these values in for that x there. So it's 5, take away 2 lots of whatever this number is up here. So 5 take away 2 lots of 0 is just 5, because 2 lots of 0 is 0. 5 take away 0 is 5. 5 take away 2 lots of 1, so 2 lots of 1 are 2. Taken away from 5 is 3. 5 take away 2 lots of 2. So 2 lots of 2, 4. 5 take away 4 is 1. And then are we going to get minus 1 there? Well, let's have a look. 2 lots of 3 is 6. 5 take away 6, negative 1. Fantastic. Now, you again might have spotted a pattern here. What we've got here is it's going down in 2. So when we go this way, it's going to go up in 2s. Well, hopefully this one will be 7. Now, this is where people tend to make mistakes, is we've got two lots of negative 1. So 2 lots of negative 1 is negative 2, but we've got 5 take away negative 2, haven't we? All right, so which is 5 plus 2, so there you go. So this is why I suggest it's worth looking at the positives and then trying to spot a pattern. And our pattern is going to be the same here. Now, you'll notice this one, I actually can't fit on there, so I'm just going to forget that. It's not a problem because all the rest will fit on. So negative 2, 9, I'm going to put there. Negative 1, 7, I'm going to put there. Where are we? 0, 5, which is there. We've got 1, 3 there. And we've got 2, 1, which is there. And 3, negative 1, which is there. Are they all in a line? I hope so, because otherwise I made a mistake. And just about there we go. Fantastic. So what you're actually doing here is you're swapping in these values here at the top of the table for x in for the x in your equation. Now, this one went up in 3s. I had 3x there. This one went down in 2s. -2, all right? There's a little bit of a link there. So keep your eye out for that. Make sure your points are all in line. Don't forget along the corridor, up the stairs. Watch out for the scales. The scales on the y-axis might be different from the scales on the x-axis. They will do that to sort of throw you a little bit. It'll look a bit weird, but basically it's just plotting points.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.